Alright, today we're going to be repairing a Galaxy S5. Another one here has bit the dust. Touch is working just fine. And it has something weird on it here. Oh, okay. So just make sure all the touch works, all the buttons work. And we can get repairing this. So this is Dustin with TechMD. That's www.tech-md.com. We're going to attempt just to remove the whole LCD out without breaking it, okay? So I'm going to show you how this is done, and then we're going to separate the glass and fuse and bond it. So we're going to take our Wagner heat gun at 950 degrees on high for a few minutes here while we warm it up. We want to get this nice and hot to the touch. The reason why we make these videos is to show the world we can actually do this type of repair, for one. Two, to show new techs on how to do new repairs so they can train and rewatch these videos. Three, to tell the world that we also are looking for techs across the nation. So if you're interested in becoming a tech, or you're already a tech, you can join our team and still do your own thing. It's pretty awesome. Just go to our website, that's www.tech-md.com, and click on the franchising info. So we're going to get this a little over hot to the touch. You just want to keep on checking the temperature from time to time. If it burns you almost like instantly, that's over hot to the touch. So it's getting really near there. If it starts turning light color, then you know that it's at the correct temperature. Make sure you remove the battery out of this before doing that. You don't want to get too hot here. Okay, so take your modified iSesame tool and start digging here. We're going to try to save the the waterproof seal, but most of the time you can't.
What does that mean for me?
What's that?
What does that mean for me?
They are rated for IPS 67 or 97 or something along those lines. So in order to get it waterproof again, you have to have a waterproof seal. But I never guaranteed it anyways, because that's all done with the factory and they have that guarantee. So we're just going to dig off any extra pieces here, so that way we can get under the display and get it away from the glue, so that way it can start lifting up. Yep. Yeah, all the one with the big camera hole is the S5 cases. Okay, so now that glass is all removed off the top, now we can focus on warming this back up. Now, if the glass doesn't come off individually, don't worry about it. All we're doing is just trying to get the glass separated from the adhesive so we can remove this LCD out of the way. And I did forget one important thing here. We want to go ahead and unscrew this out of here. And just move that out of the way. And then you're going to pop this cable up. This is your home cable. So that way that can come out when you start lifting this up. Every Galaxy 5 comes off a little bit differently, but it's still the same in a way, so just be careful when removing these, because the screens cost a lot of money if they break. So nice and hot to the touch once again. Okay, so we're going to dig in and start separating away from that adhesive once again. Not too much, and don't get under the screen. Just slicing that adhesive away. And be careful not to slice any cables under here. You can see them after the video where they're at.
Do you like dark pink or light pink?
Probably dark.
Like magenta. You want to see the other one?
So we're gonna twist and get right under that LCD.
I kind of like the lighter.
Just like that, okay? And we're gonna slice all the way down and stop right where it made that cracking noise. Come back around. We're gonna put something under it,
I love my wallet one.
like another tool or a plastic tool. And same thing with here. Just trying to twist up a little bit. Careful though, not to break it, and get right underneath that again. Twist your tool around and come right down. So I'm starting to feel the heat dissipate, so we're gonna warm it back up. Now sometimes you have to redo those up top. So back up right around here is where we're gonna stop. It's gonna make a couple cracking noises, it's fine. Okay, now it's ready to come up. Make sure your home button is going right through. Just pull straight up, carefully. And check for anything that's gonna get stuck here. Now when you're bending your screen up, make sure you heat up the top again if you need to separate it from the glue. For me, I just already removed the adhesive, or the glue, or the glass, so I didn't have to do that. Okay, so this is the cable I'm talking about. You don't want to break. It's right there. That's where the connection is. And right there for that one, for that connection there. Okay. This is where the cable is for the home button. And so you don't want to cut any of that. So you just come in your tool and then you can go out that way. Same with this tool. You can come all the way right here and go along. Now that it's removed, we can clean up the frame later because we're going to focus on picking that off. Normally, you just put a brand new screen in and the way the customer goes. And send that one in for refurbishment. Okay, so we got all the glass picked up for the most part here. We're going to go ahead and just slice this off and get this immediately out of our way. There's a couple methods of repairing these screens. So glass picking method is the best when the screen is still in. The frame. So today we're going to do the string. Okay, so first things first, you're going to warm up your display back to hot to touch. Okay, so I'm doing this off screen right now, but I will show you the string method here that I got going on right now. Okay, so it's got nice and hot. Hold it tight. Okay, the string's nice and tight. Someone's holding it for you. And then angle your string upward. That way it can slice right in. Go that way, Gary. Make sure you don't cut under the digitizer. You have to keep it upwards towards the glass. so I'm gonna go ahead and rotate this. It makes my life easier doing this. Alright, and it's successfully sliced off.
It has a minion.
Okay, so now that we have sliced the glass off, if you need demonstration on further on how to do that, you can contact me. So we're just going to scrape off this old glass into the garbage can here. And see if any of this glue will come off just like this. Doesn't look like it. No such luck. More glass. Sometimes you have to use the cleaner to remove the glue, and other times it just comes right off. So just try to wipe off any that you can with your finger. This is just not coming off, so I am going to, well, it's kind of coming off here. Might go to my cleaner. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go to the cleaner. Okay, so we use a Costco rag and lay that down. We're going to take Orange Glow wood furnace. You can wood furniture. Yeah, you can find this at Home Depot. So there's a chemical in this that will start eating away the glue slowly. It's not as good as adhesive remover, but it works really good. Okay, so I found my toothbrush here. I'm just gonna scrub this in. Nice and scrubbed in here. We'll want to let this soak for about 2 minutes. This will help soften up the adhesive. One more spray here. And then we're gonna time it for 2 minutes here. Okay, so now that we got it nice and cleaned here, we're going to use a little heat again, and we're going to do a little under hot to the touch, because hot to the touch starts burning the LCD since it has no glass on it. Doesn't take very long to get it up to temp. We soften the glue with the heat and the Orange Glow. Try to get as even heat as possible. If it starts smoking, that's fine. Okay. So now the glue should come off fairly easy. And we just scrape this first layer off, and then we got one more layer to go. Sometimes we have to do 3 layers of glue. 1 second. Take a little acetone and a Costco rag, 100% acetone, and just wipe off the residue here. That way we have a nice clean surface. So still some glue on there. So spray the Orange Glow again and scrub. We basically got 1 layer off. Okay. And another 2 minutes and it'll be ready to do that again.
Yes. Well, and
Okay, so now that we have waited another 2 minutes, now the easiest way, if you can, is just to leave this overnight and it comes off like butter in the morning. You don't even have to use heat and take the risk. That is the best way to do this. But I have 2 ladies here waiting for their phone and they want to get it done now. So they can't wait. Okay, so now we can take our eye sesame tool and that will get the final layer it should. You can use the eye sesame tool at any time. Sometimes I forget to use this. Just make sure that there's no glass in the glue. So that's why I tend to like to use the plastic first. That way I'm not scraping the display. Also, before doing all this work, you should check the display, make sure you didn't break it. The rest should come off with the acetone. Scrub really hard, but don't put a lot of pressure on, just fast motion. Wow. Pathetic tool.
Oh gosh, hold the little button. Go down. Right there? Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. There you go. Now I'm passing mode? Yeah, I'm passing mode.
Camera's right in the light, so it's hard to see anything. And it's kind of getting out of the way.
Yeah, I think one of the scariest moments in my life is when I accidentally left my phone in an airport bathroom. And for 10 minutes I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I remember that. And so I go in and there's someone that stopped. I have never but she'd been changing her clothes. But luckily my phone was still there. And I was able to grab it and run to my gate and make my flight. And it was like this nice I'm alive in some city that I don't know, no phone,
Wait,
no
you
means
don't
of
have an
communication. I do have my phone.
so you couldn't just do Find My iPhone?
Well, I had an Android back then. That's when I had Weston's, that Xperia that I gave Weston. Well, Weston hates all things Apple. And so he refused to use the
Yeah,
iPhone 5
did you
and
see
so I
mine?
let him have mine. Because I just don't care, you know.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, I had beforehand this, I had my iPhone.
Well, I switched
Okay,
from
so
my
the glue
iPhone
is
to
finally cleaned off here.
And then I switched back just
Because you're like, whatever. He's lazy. He cares more than you do.
exactly.
There you go, go straight.
You want it having hanging over the edge. There. So get our tube of glue here.
Because even when it comes to,
And then we're going to put some glue on.
work,
Make a design. like so. Just really fast design. You don't need to put too much glue on there. We let those cables go down so that way we can make an even design.
Yeah?
Like I had to use a Mac at this point because I did a lot of graphic design.
Hey, go.
But other than that, I just
So we're gonna just slowly let it go down. And any bubbles that you get, you can push them out. But try not to get too many because we don't want to push too much pressure on this.
for the expanded memory and the non-integrated battery. So then they made the new same size 6 with the integrated battery. Yeah, they made it like they did that. I don't know.
Alright, now that we got that lined up
Yeah, that's why I'm not getting the 6.
or placed on there, we're going to put some pressure under there and hold the glass while the pressure is sitting on there. Just holding it into place.
Gary, go passive mode. That's what I'm saying, go in passive mode so no one explodes you.
Okay, so now what I recommend doing, which is kind of hard to demonstrate on the camera here, because I kind of got to move it out of my way. So we got to check alignment with a camera here, or with a light. So just get your phone flashlight and then check alignments all around. So we're just gonna move this out of the way here temporarily, and I'm just gonna go directly overhead and check to make sure that this is correctly lined up. So you don't want too much black coming over on the edge. So you need to scoot it over and move it over and just line it up perfectly even.
I was in the way.
It's pretty important to make sure you get it all lined up perfectly even. Sometimes the glass will move, and that's because the glue is flowing still. So just wait for it to be done flowing out of the way. Okay, so now that we got it perfectly lined up, we want 1 minute like this, and that will bond it, and then 9 more minutes to finish the bond. But 1 minute, and then we're gonna clean the excess glue, and we'll check alignment here. So we'll come back in 1 minute. Okay, so it's been a little over 1 minute. I got a little distracted. No, it's okay.
Long commercial break.
Actually, I should have got that on film about the franchise thing.
You should have.
Yeah. So, but yeah, $1,000 to start up recommended, and then the rest can be co-signed later on after a couple months, where you just pay for the parts afterwards. That's what we were talking about. So we're gonna just take some alcohol here and clean around the edges.
Also take care of like the SEO online to get you business, send you your customers.
And now we're gonna put it for another 9 minutes.
Seriously.
Okay, so now we're gonna rotate this display here, and then we're gonna dry this side for 2 minutes. Okay, so the time is up on this, and we can remove this out of the way here. Get a clean rag,
Don't jump, don't jump.
and we want to clean the eye, the camera eye, so that way it can be seen nice and clear through. The best way to do this, to check the clarity of the camera eye, is look through a light, or if it's sunny outside, look through it with the sun. Not directly at the sun, obviously. You just want a nice and clear, not foggy. Mine's not coming clear, so I'm gonna use some alcohol.
But you know, I like to do lots of things on the side.
Good, dude.
You always know.
So now that it's cleaned here, now we got to do all the adhesive and clean this up here.
And I love the variety.
What'd you get?
You know, like I get bored doing something all the
Yeah.
Okay. So take off all the adhesive here and get that really cleaned up.
5,000, but I don't know. Tristan wants to do it again.
Yeah, it's
I love how all the voices in the background are on my videos. I have no privacy at home when it comes to recording videos. That's okay though.
I don't think it even matters.
What's really our
Makes it more realistic, right?
We are not robots.
Although one of my franchisees, she says, "Your videos are so boring. Just like skip." I'm like, "Well, I'm sorry." It's like, let me put some good music in it or something.
Maybe we could like crack one-liners every once in a while. If I had my phone, I'd Google soundbite. But alas. My phone. Where is your phone? I need to Google some good jokes for this. Because I don't know any. No inappropriate ones. Don't do that on camera.
And this camera can pick up very clear. It's Galaxy 6 here. Very good camera.
So it heard us talking crap about it.
Oh yeah, it can definitely hear everything.
We were just saying how much we hate that Samsung now has an integrated battery. And non-expendable memory.
Oh yeah, I know. Isn't that so wonderful? That's why I use it as a camera now.
Are they gonna stop? Are they gonna come out? Are they gonna realize the error of their ways?
I hope not.
Why?
Because it's better for me.
Well, I'm gonna.
Not better for the consumer, of course.
Well, what about you? What phone do you use then?
Well, I hate it currently. It's the LG G4. Yeah, I'd much rather not use that phone. But I have no choice until the next newest phone comes out, because I always buy the newest phone. The next one is probably my Sony Xperia Z4.
I got the Xperia when it first came out.
Is that the one Weston has?
Yeah.
I love the Xperia.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't love it.
Oh yeah, it's not for everybody.
I think it's because it was the first generation, so it always has the bugs and
Yep.
so it's just stupid things that like it's supposed to be waterproof, but then I had water damage all over it.
Waterproof or water resistant?
Waterproof.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And it just I would drop calls left and right, and it just how it is with the first generation of anything. It's probably all crap.
Yep. Just like that Apple Watch.
Yeah,
Guy has one.
there's just no way I could justify spending that kind of money on a watch.
See, I
I
bought.
don't care how cool it is. It's a watch.
I think I bought 3rd generation for a watch for me, the LG Urbane here, and I love it. It works really good for notifications. It's running the newest Android Wear. It just works really good, and it works for what I need. But you gotta also say, okay, $350 and then like $55 for this band. You're like, was that worth
I know, right?
like $350 just for notifications? I use it as a timer and a watch. Now, I've came multiple times where it's come in handy, like in the middle of the movie, and my phone is just constantly dinging. I'm like, okay, I can ignore that. Oh, I can't ignore that one. And then I leave the theater and I go check that out.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I
Don't get her wrong. She would certainly
accept it
one
as a gift. Well, Matt wants one so bad. I'm like, it's just not gonna happen. He's all into Apple. He's got the Apple TV.
As long as it's free, why wouldn't anyone take it? They would be old-fashioned if they
Honestly, look how
didn't.
much jewelry I wear. I wear the bracelet Lacey made me that has been on my wrist for almost a year now, and my wedding ring. That's it. Like I don't wear.
Oh yeah,
I don't wear watches. I don't wear jewelry.
I don't wear
Just-
watches.
yeah.
I just wear 4 rings and
That's
necklaces
what
and a couple
my phone
earrings.
is for, right?
Jewelry?
Sure.
Oh yeah. Yes.
That's the one thing. I hate wearing rings and stuff like that. And that's one thing I have to wear is the wedding ring. It drives me nuts.
My husband just got a T on his finger because he was working as a mechanic, and I told him because he has the tungsten carbide, and my friend Brooke, her husband is a firefighter, and got his thing pinched, and it degloved his entire finger. He had to have it amputated.
Ouch!
Yeah.
Like I never wear a ring after that.
Yeah, so I told him when he was working,
just get
I
a
was like,
tattoo, though.
no, I didn't tell him. I just told him to stop wearing the ring. Like I don't know. I'm not weird that way. Maybe I used to be, but I couldn't care less either way now.
My dad used to never wear his wedding ring, and then he started getting hit on,
Oh really?
and so then he started wearing it.
Yep, you gotta watch out for those cougars.
He got a little T tattoo. And
Fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
Just keep driving.
he still wears his ring because he likes it, but
Right.
just not daily. whatever works. I need to just.
One day it'll just be a status update. You know, you're like, you can hover your phone over someone's face, and you're like, oh, they're taken. I'm screwed. Or like, oh, their status is with a boyfriend. Okay, they're possible.
What's
They're-
conceivable. What's funny about you saying that though is that there has been research done
You just want me to go down
that
there?
has proven that people find people who are taken to be more attractive.
Oh yeah.
Duh. And so it's like the wedding ring, putting it back on. You're only asking for more, Uncle Brian.
Oh my god.
You're only asking for more hoochies.
Oh my gosh.
Just because it makes them more desirable doesn't mean that they're gonna actually go after them. Just because it makes them more desirable doesn't mean they're actually going to go after them.
I don't know. I finally have gotten, because you know how jealous and insecure I used to be when I was younger. I just have finally gotten to the point where it's like, you know what? If you're gonna cheat, you're gonna cheat, and that's just the way it is. You know,
Matt
like
doesn't cheat.
no. That's the one thing that like probably why I've put up with as much of the other stuff as I have.
And that's
Is
probably why you
there's
feel
no-
that way anymore. It's like, yeah, sure, you're gonna cheat. You never will, but sure, whatever.
I just figure, you know, no amount of possessiveness or control on my part is gonna change anything. So do what you're gonna do, and if you step out,
You should have him
Peace
start
out.
out doing this part time.
I wonder if he would, honestly.
Gary, retry. This one's
I think
been
it'd be
good.
right up his alley.
I agree.
Retry, look.
It's a good way to gain a few pounds.
He's lost like 20 doing that job where he's walking so much.
I had this one video, one of my first videos. It became really popular, and this guy was just so funny. Like, I think he was like trying to rag on me personally. I don't think he was being funny, but he's like, I feel bad for that guy filming your fat ass or something like that. You know, just straight up trying to be rude, right? And I was just laughing. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, I feel bad for him too. You know, that's how I handle people. But you know, because it's true. I'm fat, and I do feel bad for him. You know, it's like, Gary, get over here and film me. You know. So, yeah, that's that. Poor Gary.
But you know, it's so funny. Like I couldn't care less. Like I would rather be fat and happy than like thin and hungry. You know?
Yeah.
Right? I'm sorry. I like cookies. What do you want from me?
See, you know, there's some haters on the YouTube right now. They're